silent to hope we're again free of injuries and for a safe trip home tonight for everyone. Thank you. Please remain standing for the Lopez Lobos school song.
Call. Am I going to put it on later? Probably not. Put it on now? I need some.
K-West bringing you high school football Saturday afternoon style. It is your Weslaco Wildcats taking on the Brownsville Lopez Lobos. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by Coach Rock, to bring you all the action from this afternoon. I don't know what we call this, Coach. Is this like a regular season finale, a zone finale?
Zone finale.
There you go, yeah.
Absolutely, zone. Last game of the zone. Wildcats are already going to be playing in the championship game, however you want to say it, next week against McAllen Memorial. We know who it is. We're not sure where it is in time yet, but again, that's exactly what it is. If they win this one, they'll win the complete zone. They've already won it. They'll be 4-0 if they can put this game to rest and win this game. Again, it's exciting. They've been playing great football up to this point. We've seen a progression of how much better the Wildcats have gotten each and every week. So I'm sure that what Coach wants to do, fine-tune this, get after this, put this win away, and then get ready to get that big old settlement for that district title next week. So here we are, East Side, Strong Side, baby. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be exciting, Joey.
Yeah, that's right, Coach. You mentioned that they come in undefeated, and the Weslaco Wildcats come in at 3-0. You talked about that progression, about how they're getting better each and every week. Week 1, they beat the Pace Vikings 44-34. Week 2, they beat the Porter Cowboys 42-3, and last week they beat veterans the Chargers 49-0. So they continue to put up 40 points each and every week, but the number of points that they have allowed has gone down, and we'll see what they do today. Of course, the Lopez Lobos come in winless in zone play. They did win a non-district game early in the season as they beat PSJ Memorial, but in district they've lost to Pace, they lost to Porter, and they lost to the Chargers as well. And we'll give you some more breakdown on this afternoon's ball game, but before we do that, let's get ready for kickoff. Your Weslaco Wildcats will be kicking the ball away, and setting it up on the tee is Pedro Espinosa. He and the Wildcat kick team are already on the field, and the Lopez Lobos are getting ready to return this kickoff. Back deep for the Lopez Lobos is going to be Jesus Serrata. Back there with them as well is going to be Mario Vargas along with Juan Jaramillo. And you just heard the whistle, so that means we can get officially underway. The Wildcats break their midfield huddle, and we are just moments away from getting this one underway.
Yeah, I love the kickoff because you really get to watch these kids get down, and they're all defensive kids, obviously. You can see number 5's leading the pack down there, and here they come. There's 18 right there. He's your contained guy. Does a great job of keeping contained. Awesome job.
So Serrata takes this one from the 2-yard line to about the 17, 18-yard line, about a 15-yard return. And as you mentioned, Coach, a great contain there by Josiah Chavarin. Chavarin, a great defensive back here for your Wildcats, and he did a great job on the kick coverage, but we did have a flag on the play, and it's against the Lobos, so they'll go even back further from the 17. So we'll see where they mark it. And they're going to mark it at the 9-yard line. And so that's where the Lobos will begin their first offensive series of the afternoon.
I guarantee you, in any kickoff, you know, at least 4 out of the 10 or 12 kickoffs in the game, you're going to see about a penalty. It's amazing.
So the quarterback is Jacob Cortinas. He's got a running back in the backfield with them, and that's going to be Mario Vargas. They shift, and they got 3 receivers to each side, and a quick hitch screen pass out here to the bottom of your screen. And on the receiving end was Jesus Serrata, but the Wildcats quickly converged and didn't allow him to pick up anything.
Absolutely. Joe Lugo was the first one on the site right there. He saw it, and he kind of stops gets over to the receiver and kind of slows him down. Then the rest of the defense, along with Jordan Velasquez, the rest of them get in there, along with number 11, Jesse James Garcia. So excellent job, excellent stop on first down.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Lobos. Ball is resting at their own 9-yard line. Cortinas. And again, we've got a big shift, and we've got a big number 70 out on top of your screen. Again, same play, and Lugo busted up again, and the ball is loose, but they're going to say that he stepped out of bounds because, again, as the previous play, Lugo was in there like a cannonball that was shot out of a cannon and really disrupted it. And by that time that he figured out where he was at, the rest of the East defense was there.
Yeah, you know what Lopez is trying to do, they're doing the shift to see if, some of these guys will stay in the box, but hell, the Wildcats are not full. They're doing a good job of getting the outside linebackers out to coverage and that kind of stuff, so doing a good job covering that, so they'll probably go away from that.
Empty backfield for Cortinas. 3 receivers to the top of your screen, 2 to the bottom of your screen. Here comes the snap. Cortinas looking over to his right. It's a quick pass over the head of Jesus Serrata. So 3 plays and 3 looks at Serrata. Serrata is the senior receiver, and of course Cortinas is a sophomore quarterback for the Lobos. So 3 and out for the Lobos. Here comes the punt unit onto the field, and the Wildcats will send back to return this one Gianni Barrera along with Avery Bowen, and they're both standing at the 45-yard line as the wind is beginning to pick up, as we're expecting a cold front to blow in sometime through this ball game.
Absolutely. Good job, good pressure there by Josue Morales on the quarterback, so that's why he had to throw it so high.
So that ball is up in the wind, and it is really just came to a halt, and it fell on the ground, and quickly it looked like Sean Martinez decided that he was just going to fall on it to make sure that there was no confusion as to whether or not it may have rubbed one of the East players, because, again, that was a very short punt due to the fact that it got caught up in the wind. So excellent field position for your Wildcats, and they'll begin their first offensive series on the Lobos side of the field, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Sean there to get on the ball, because you're absolutely right. Could have hit it one of us.
Bowen, the quarterback, high snap, hands it off to Gio, and he is hit immediately in the backfield by Adan Villa as he was coming off the defensive end position and met Gio in the backfield. So 2nd down and 13 as loss of 3 on that play. Quick pass out here to the bottom of your screen to Jay Vasquez. Jay Vasquez in the secondary, shakes a tackler. Now he shakes a second tackler. He's inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal for your Wildcats.
Yeah, quick bubble screen out here to Jay, and he does a great job of catching the ball and then making the first guy miss, and then he's up the field, he makes another guy miss, and boom, hey, it's 1st and goal. Wildcat, baby!
Yeah, Jay Vasquez has that deception where I don't know if he's got like a mirrored image of himself out there on the field, but he has a way of breaking tackles or making people miss.
He does. You know, he's one of those guys that could get lost in a phone booth.
1st and goal for your Wildcats from the 6-yard line. Hand off to Gio Guerra. Gio inside to about the 1-yard line. Gio just zigzagging his way behind the blockers, being very patient and watching what opened up in front of him.
Yeah, just a counter play to the right. You can see the left side pulling over there. Did a good job. Good cave down on the right side. And Gio takes a counter and picks up about 6 yards right there. Now we're 2nd and goal.
Power eye right, hand off to Guerra. Guerra behind that big line. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, with 9:18 to go here in the opening quarter, your Wildcats are up by a score of 6-0, pending the point after.
Yeah, quick blast play right off the right side, right over those big old offensive line, those posadas, and then little grites, and touchdown Wildcats, baby!
Sebastian Caballero on to attempt the extra point. Chavarin, the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is away, and the kick splits the uprights. So with 9:18 to go here in the opening quarter, it is your Weslaco East Wildcats 7, the Lopez Lobos 0. We'll be right back with more Wildcat action right here on K-West. Well, Coach, excellent field position to start the game for your Wildcats. Of course, with the Lobos going into the wind and forcing a 3 and out, that punt was going nowhere.
Hey, absolutely. You know, just a high kick, and it's short. And like I said, Wildcats did a good job getting away from it, then got on top of it, secured the ball. And, you know, it ain't but 3 or 4 plays later, the Wildcats are knocking on the end zone. They're in the touchdown. So,
yeah,
you know, that's how you want to start the game. Good job defense. Great job. Both of them. Great jobs both sides. Wildcat touchdown. Yeah.
All that set up by a 20-yard pass play, that bubble screen over here to Jay Vasquez, who, you know, as you mentioned, keep lost in a phone booth. Man, that guy had people missing, and he was juking, and so he put him up in excellent field position, 1st and goal from the 6. Welcome back. We are at Sam's Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Today, your Weslaco East Wildcats taking on the Lopez Lobos of Brownsville ISD. Your Wildcats up 7-0 with 9:18 to go here in the opening quarter, and ready to kick the ball away for the 2nd time to the Lobos. Pedro Espinosa set to kick it away, and it's a good kick deep in the direction of Serrata, but it's going to be picked up by Jaramillo as it took a Wildcat bounce, and Jaramillo picks it up and returns it to about the 16-yard line. That ball looked like it had some check on it. If you're a golfer, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. You know, great stop down there when you come down the field. Number 18, Chavarin, Jose Chavarin, again on the tackle, did a good job of the first one. You know, just doing a super job getting down in his lanes and making a sure tackle. Excellent job by Chavarin.
So 1st and 10 for the Lobos at their own 16-yard line. Cortinas, the quarterback. He's got Vargas in the backfield. Again, we've got a big shift, and we've got a couple of big men moving out to the top of your screen, so we'll see if anything happens up there at the top. We saw a lot of plays over here to the right on the first set of downs, and now we've got motion.
Exactly. You know, you start doing that, all they're doing is they're trying to get some big kids out there to block some of these little DBs and throw the little bubble screens, the little hitches out to the side, and that's what they're trying to do. But what's kind of hard is you got these big guys on air having to try to block these little guys on air, and sometimes those little guys just slip through, like number 7's been doing the last couple of plays, and boom, and they blowing up the play. So, you know.
Yeah, I thought I saw a flag over here at the top of the field, but no, it was not. It's just somebody's shoes are yellow over there. But nonetheless, it is a timeout by the Lobos. They're calling a timeout as there may have been some confusion as to who should have been going out, because we, at the first set of downs, we hadn't seen that many people take off to either side, but this time we had more people on the top of your screen, and that may have been an error by one of the players. So,
you know, if you take half your offensive line away, it's going to be a quick game because you don't have much time to throw the ball when you got guys coming at you.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Lobos, 2 receivers to each side, and this time they're going to do it again. They're going to send 2 big men to the top of your screen. Cortina's the quarterback, takes the snap, he's going to keep it, and he's going to run in to big number 55. That is Noe Castillo, who doesn't allow him to get anywhere.
No, great job up front. You see, they're not getting any movement right there with Castillo, along with Jordan Velasquez. Castillo on the initial hit, and Velasquez coming and wiped it up. So, you know, they're just trying to spread them out there and try to run up the middle, see if they can hit a hole. But there was no hole to hit. So, good job by our Wildcat defense.
Well, that opening drive only took 4 plays, 26 yards for your Wildcats to get on the board, and that was capped off, of course, by that 1-yard touchdown blast by Gio Guerra. Cortinas again, quarterback keeper, and again he runs into big number 55, Noe Castillo.
Yeah, exactly. Noe again right on the play again. You know, he sees it coming, and he wraps up Castillo pretty easy right there. So again, another, maybe a half-yard right there, but good job for our Wildcat defense.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 with the ball at the 19-yard line for the Lobos.
So here it is again. You know they're going to be coming right here. Going to come right at the quarterback. So it's going to be something quick.
They're going to go deep this time. And back there in the coverage was Gianni Barrera. Excellent coverage by Barrera as that ball just kind of floated, and he almost came away with a pick there.
He sure did. Now, if he would have got a clean pick, he'd been coming down all the way down this left sideline, I'm sure, from the angle he was going. But absolutely great coverage by our deep safety, Gianni Barrera. Very good job.
So once again, 3 and out for the Lobos, and they're going to punt the ball away to the Wildcats. Barrera and Bowen back deep for your Wildcats.
It was probably best that he didn't catch it because should be even better field position.
Again, a high punt. This time it takes a Wildcat bounce, and this time the Wildcats will take over at the 30-yard line of the Lobos.
So exactly what I said. It's you always want an interception if you get it. You could have ran it back, but the field position right there is, you couldn't ask for anything better. You got 30 yards to go back and score again. So that sets up the Wildcats in great field position. They're on about the 29-yard line. So we'll see what the Wildcat offense has in their second series here.
Yeah, they'll place the ball officially at the 29-yard line, as you just mentioned, Coach. So the Wildcats on their second possession of the afternoon. And again, they begin on the Lobos side of the field. We've got 7:35 to go here in the opening quarter, and your Wildcats are up by a score of 7-0. Coach Burgett quickly calls a timeout. I think he didn't like the personnel that he had on the field, so he wanted to make sure that they got everything right, because that's just the way Coach Burgett is. He likes to make sure that everything is perfect.
Oh, certainly. He's talking to his players right now, just saying it's probably a formation, not quite what he wanted to see. He had a bunch set up to the short side of the field right there. I don't know if they're going to run toss or what they're going to do to it, but somebody's out of position, so Coach got it straight. Here it comes.
So here come your Wildcats. Once again, we'll begin 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Bowen in at quarterback. Takes a snap. He's going to run to the right. He's got some blockers in front of him. There is a flag, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 15, 16-yard line, and we'll wait to see what the official call on the field is. That's normally in the area of holding.
Yeah, that's usually what you get right there. They ran a little Y-stack tight look out there with a flex tight end with a stack line, but somebody obviously get called for holding right there. But,
well, it's an illegal formation, Coach, is what they officially called. So, again, going back to what we said in the timeout break is that somebody may have been out of position, and Coach Burgett recognized that, and apparently they didn't get back into the right position. So they got penalized 5 yards for that. So we'll repeat first down, but it'll be first down and 15. Ball will be placed at the 34-yard line.
So, anyway, obviously there's not enough men on the line of scrimmage when you call that play. That foul.
Power eye left, toss to Gio Guerra. He'll be running to his left. Got a lot of blockers in front of him, and he's going to pick up about 15 yards.
Yeah, good job on the toss right there. You know, it all starts up front with David Trevino doing a good job of reaching his man, and the rest of the guys reaching, and they're cutting off the linebackers. And I already seen it. I thought he was going to get a first down, maybe even longer, but that's a heck of a run right there by Giovanni.
Yeah, he got 14 yards to be exact, so that'll bring up a second down and 1. They're going to send Javi Garza onto the field. Javi will be under center. Bowen will be in the tailback position. They toss it to Bowen off the left side just like the previous play, and he's going to pick up about 6-7 yards and be knocked out of bounds at the 12-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats from the Lobos 12-yard line.
You know, that's what I love about the East players, you know, and the East system and their scheme. You know, they run very few plays, but they got so many different looks on their formations and stuff. So, and it makes it a challenge for a defense.
6:41 to go here. Clock is stopped as they did run out of bounds. Garza under center. He's going to toss the ball to Gio Guerra off to the right. He's going to cut upfield, breaks some tackle, and he's in the end zone for a second touchdown of the afternoon. 12-yard run by Gio Guerra.
Yeah, just a great job by Giovanni setting up his blocks, seeing it, cutting back inside, all the way to the end zone, east side, strong side, touchdown Wildcats.
Gio Guerra with his second TD of the afternoon, and Sebastian Caballero on to attempt the point after. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 6:32 to go here in the opening quarter, it is now your Weslaco East Wildcats 14, the Lopez Lobos 0. We'll be right back with more action right here on K-West. Well, Coach, Gio Guerra, 2 TDs this afternoon. Are we still at? No, we're still morning.
Still morning.
This morning.
It's still got 6:32 left in the first quarter right here. So you know, it's really nice when you got such great field position. You know, you don't have to travel the whole length of the field. Anytime you can travel only 30 yards to score, your chances and your odds are just like increased hundreds percent, however you want to say it. And that's what you like to see as a coach. You want to be in that situation as many times as you can. So good job by the Wildcats, both sides of the ball. Defense, again, just playing lights out. Offense, doing their job, moving the ball and putting it in the end zone for 6.
Welcome back to Sam's Memorial Stadium. Getting set to kick the ball away, and it has been kicked away, and it is taken at about the 8-yard line by Mario Vargas. Looking for some blockers. He's got one. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. And we'll see where they spot it, because there was a lot of commotion on the other side as Vargas was really running tough.
He was, you know, they did a little bit different. They've been trying to run it down to the right side, and they said, oh no, we're just going to take it left this time. But the Wildcats were there. Initial hit was back about 10, 12 yards, but then eventually they got him out of bounds. Cortinas
in at quarterback. He's got Vargas in the backfield with him. They're going to switch Vargas to the other side. There's a snap. Looking over to his left. It's a quick pass. It's high, and it goes incomplete. Last scoring drive 4 plays, 39 yards. Gio Guerra with the touchdown, a 12-yard power run by Gio Guerra as he broke a few tackles to get into the end zone. Thus far this afternoon, or this morning still, Gio Guerra has 5 carries for 35 yards and 2 TDs. And if I'm not mistaken, that puts him up to 8 TDs for the season, rushing TDs that is. Again, Cortinas looking to his left. Ball is in the air, and that ball is going to be picked off at the 42-yard line by Sean Martinez as he was playing center field. Only one guy that was not blocked, and that's Hector Martinez, and he brings him down. And once again, your Wildcats in excellent field position, and I think this is the worst field position they've had this morning.
Absolutely, no. Great job there by Sean Martinez playing center fielder. He saw it from the get-go. It just left the quarterback's hand kind of weird. It was just overthrown. He's been trying to hit his numbers, that slot receiver a lot, number 7, but he overthrew him again right there, and Sean's right there on the spot. Interception, INT, backed away. Here we go. Wildcat offense, baby. Here we go. Good job, defense.
This is the 3rd time that your Wildcats have had the football here in the opening quarter. This time they start 1st and 10 at the Lobos 42-yard line. 3 receivers down at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Bill and the quarterback, Guerra, the backfield with him. Guerra is the ball carrier, and he's going to fall forward to about the 36-yard line, a 5-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for your Wildcats.
Yeah, great hole opener over there, by Mr. Posadas right there again. Pedro, number 76, did a good job of taking his guy down. They ran a little inside zone right there, and Gio up the field for about 6-7 yards before they even knew what hit him.
Yeah, you got Zeke Negrete and Marco Cho on that side as well, so I'd be running behind them all day long if I had to. Once again, same formation. This time a quick pass to Jay Vasquez. He's got a couple of blockers. He's down the sideline, cuts it inside, and he breaks another tackle, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They were holding on to his jersey as they were holding on for life.
A great job of him catching the ball, getting down. Again, another hitch right there. But that's a classic example of some young man. It don't matter how big, tall, whatever you are, but what kind of heart and what kind of drive and what kind of Wildcat number 4 is. Old Jay did a great job right there.
Yeah, Jonathan Valadez doing a great job sealing off some initial blocks there and just letting Vasquez do his thing. So here we go again, 1st and 10. Play action, Bowen's got it. He's going to tuck it and run, and Bowen's going to go into the end zone from the 16-yard line, but we do have some laundry on the field, so let's see what it is. An illegal block on the Wildcats, so this is going to come back.
Yeah, it's going to come back. He started with a little higher snap right there, but then Bowen got it down and was able to take it to the end zone, but we got a little flag here. We got, I guess, 15-yard. I guess there's a personal foul going on here, but we'll see what happens. A lot of times, especially in the trenches and stuff, these guys are hitting all day. They're hitting each other. Sometimes the tempers go a little bit, but you just got to keep it calm and just play your game and get after it. And
yeah, and sometimes you just see a blue jersey coming in the direction that he shouldn't be coming, and so you do whatever you can to make sure you get your block, and sometimes, things like that happen. I'm pretty sure it's not on purpose. But nonetheless, 1st down for your Wildcats. Ball at the 31-yard line. Play action. This time they get it out to Vasquez again, and Vasquez again gets some great blocking from Jonathan Valadez and Edward Villalobos, and he picks up all the yardage from the penalty. And it'll be 2nd down for your Wildcats.
Yeah, good job there by Edward Villalobos and those guys out there blocking, along with Jonathan Valadez. Yeah, again, just a quick old bubble screen over here, but those two guys getting on their, getting on the DBs, getting movement, and there's a nice big hole there for Jay to get through. And then after that, he makes a couple miss, and there you go, 15 yards later.
Yeah, he picked up 14, so it'll be 2nd and 11. Hand off to Gio Guerra. Gio still on his feet, getting to the linebacker area, almost to the secondary area. Picks up about 6 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Another good job right there on the counter play by Gio, concentrating, getting up the field, finding the hole, and getting half of what he needs for this 1st down.
Yeah, Gio, a 3-year starter for these Wildcats. So here we go, 3rd down and 5 for your Wildcats. Snap is on the ground. Bowen picks it up, and he's going to run. Breaks a few tackles and gets back to about the 15-yard line. But that was just all sheer effort by Bowen because, again, it muff snap. And so they're going to lose about 3 yards. That'll bring up a 4th down. They're going to say 4 yards. They'll bring up about 4th down and 9.
About 4th and 9 right there. You know, that's the very first thing that you got to do, you know, to run any offensive play. You got to have a good snap, you know. And when it, you know, and this, I'll tell you, there's anything that drives a head coach crazy or any coach is crazy is not getting a snap, you know. And it's tough, especially when you're in the shotgun right there because there's that verge of a little error because that center has to get there and he has to step and he has to block and he has to snap. So there's a lot of little intricate parts there that you have to get right, especially when you're running out of the gun.
Yeah, so Coach Burgett wants a timeout because it is 4th and 9, and we've got 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. And you know Burgett wants to get another touchdown out of this because next quarter they're going to go into the wind. So he wants to take advantage of having the wind at his back. So he wants to make sure that they're able to pick up this 1st down.
Absolutely, you know, but you know when they do get in the 2nd quarter, then they're going to be going against the wind. And all that means, you know what it means, Joey? It's just going to be Wildcat football at that time. We're just going to go straight ahead.
Yeah, I was about to
run. So.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know how much the wind will affect the handoff.
Exactly.
So nonetheless, as we mentioned, Coach Burgett does call a timeout, and he breaks the timeout, and he sends his Wildcats back onto the field. 4th and 9 with 2.5 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. Your Wildcats up by a score of 14-0. So here come the Wildcats. Garza under center. Toss to Gio out to his left. Got some blockers. He's inside the 10. And he's knocked out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. That's going to be very close to the 1st down. They're going to say he did not get the 1st down.
Didn't quite get it. Missed
Needed to get to the 6. And from our angle, it looked very close, but not quite there.
Yeah, he trying to get there, but so the Lobos did a good job of stopping the Wildcats right there. But, you know, it's like football. That's how football is. You know, it don't matter where you're playing. You can't make little mistakes that, you know, shoot yourself in the foot because that whole series, Wildcats had to overcome different penalties, snaps, that kind of stuff. So it's not easy. It's high school football, and that's just the way the ball goes sometimes.
Well, the Lobos 1st and 10 after a turnover on downs from their own 7-yard line. Cortinas looking over to his left. Ball is in the air, picked up by Barrera. Great job by playing center field is Barrera, and he's finally brought down at about the 31-yard line. But all that was begun by Giovanni Barrera.
Absolutely. You know.
Giovanni got his hands on the ball, knocked it up in the air, and then Gianni Barrera was able to come away with the interception, was looking for somewhere to run with that football and couldn't find anywhere to go. Finally brought down at the 32-yard line. So one play and the Wildcats have the football right back, and we've got 2:07 to go here in quarter number 1.
Again, great job by the Wildcat defense. You know, Gianni getting the ball. You know, he's trying to find a place to run. He's trying to do it and reverse his field 2 or 3 different times. But, again, great interception. Great job by the Barrera brothers. So that was awesome.
So 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Ball at the Lobos 32-yard line. Garza under center. Toss to Guerra. Guerra rolling out to his left. Now he's going to throw the ball. It's up in the air, and it's floating out of bounds. Sergio Martinez was the intended receiver. Back there for the coverage was Alex Martinez, and he wasn't fooled, but nonetheless, that was a great play, but the wind just kind of took that one out of bounds.
It did. It looked like a punt. It just kept sailing up and up and up and up and up, so it just went out of bounds. But, you know, they just try to run a little sweep, toss, you know, throw, what we used to call, you know, toss pass, that kind of thing, but just a jet sweep pass, and it just didn't. It just floated out of bounds.
So incomplete pass, 2nd and 10, toss to Bowen. Bowen cuts upfield, takes on a hit, spins, finally brought down after about a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, great run right there. You can see Bowen get the ball. He sees that the play's inside, so he cuts it back inside and gets up the seam and gets about 9 yards right there. Brings up 3rd and short.
So 3rd down and 1 for your Wildcats. Ball is at the 23-yard line. We've got a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats up 14-0. Garza, the quarterback. He's got Bowen in the backfield. Vargas out there as well. He fakes the handoff. He keeps it. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Finally brought down at about the 2-yard line. Sixto Chavez really just hanging on for dear life. I guess with his body weight was able to just bring him down because he just extended to bring down Javi Garza.
Yeah, just a zone read right there, and Javi does a great job of picking up his feet. They kind of have him right there at the beginning, but he picks his feet up, takes off, and does a great job of getting it back in the end zone almost.
Hands the ball off to Bowen, and Bowen's in the end zone for another Wildcat touchdown.
So, again, defense sets this up, Joey, does a great job of getting another turnover. This time, offense, no miscues, down the field, touchdown, east side, strong side, Wildcat touchdown, baby.
So with 58 seconds to go here in quarter number 1, it is now 20-0 pending the point after. Sebastian Caballero on to attempt. The kick is away, and the kick is good. So once again, your Wildcats in the end zone after an interception by Gianni Barrera. And now the score is your Wildcats 21, the Lobos nothing. We'll be right back with more Wildcat action right here on K-West.
Well, Joey, that was another good series, another short field right there for the Wildcats to exploit, and they do. They do a great job of getting it in the end zone. Set up by a good run by Javi Garza, and then right on top of that, Bowen into the end zone for a touchdown. So you can't ask for a better start for our Wildcats today.
Welcome back. We are at Sam's Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. K-West bringing you Wildcat football. We've got less than a minute to go here in the first quarter, and your Wildcats are up by a score of 21-0. Wildcats. Pedro Espinosa set to kick this one away. And it is. It's a good one. And it's going to be fielded by Serrata at about the 8-yard line. Looking for some running room. Bounces it outside. And he's brought down at about the 24-yard line. And that's where the Lobos will begin this next offensive series.
Yeah, great job there by Jesse James Garcia getting down, keeping down in his lanes, and did a good job, made a good tackle, and got the guy out of bounds. So super coverage by Jesse James.
So the Lobos will begin this next offensive series at their own 24-yard line. The Wildcats have not allowed a first down here in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Cortinas is the quarterback. Hands the ball off to Vargas, and Vargas is met immediately at the line. He may pick up a yard, if at all.
No, there wasn't nothing going right there. Jonathan was right there, along with number 82, just a tremendous job. Josue Morales, along with Jordan Velasquez right there. So there wasn't much going on at that play. They saw it, smelled it out. I don't think they even picked up an inch.
Nope. 2nd and 10. Clock winding down with 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Cortina's the quarterback, 2 receivers to each side of the field, and he's got Vargas in the backfield. And I think they're going to let the quarter run out.
That's what it looks like. So they'll get the win, I guess.
And that's what they're wanting. So there we go. The clock has run down to zeros. And we've played 12 minutes here at Sam's Stadium in Brownsville. And at the end of 1, it is your Weslaco Wildcats 21, the Lopez Lobos 0. We'll be back with second quarter action right here on K-West. Well, Coach, you were right. They were waiting for the clock to run down to zeros and get that win behind them. But the Wildcats, they have not allowed a first down. And I want to say that's the first carry by Vargas this morning.
Absolutely. Not only that, if you remember back to the last game, they didn't let a first down until close to the third quarter. So defense is really playing well. Coach Guzman, the defensive staff just do a great job with these young guys because they tackle so well. And that's what I like to see. They're fundamentally sound and they tackle great.
For 2nd and 10 for the Lobos, and almost another interception for your Wildcats.
Yeah.
That one was intended for Victor Villarreal, a little too high, and it was bounced up a couple of times.
It was, Jesse James first got hit. It came right through his hands. It was real close, and then our center fielder, obviously, Sean Martinez, was trying to catch it off the caram there, and almost got his hands underneath for a big interception, but not quite.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Lobos. Ball at their own 24-yard line. 11:53 left to go here in the first half. 2 receivers to each side of the ball. Cortinas quickly to his right. Ball high. Intended receiver was Serrata, and that'll bring up a 4th down for the Lobos. The previous scoring drive for your Wildcats, 4 plays, 32 yards, capped off by a 1-yard TD run by Avery Bowen. The Wildcats have run probably about 16 offensive plays here this morning.
Yeah, it's been real short fields because of it. Just like that series, Serrata just looks like he's rushing a little bit. Again, he's a young quarterback. He's got a good arm and everything. He's just, everything is sailing on him right now. But a lot of pressure also obviously being provided by the up front guys for the Wildcats.
Jaramillo punting it away. Barrera muffs it, and it's recovered by the Lobos at the 47-yard line. Quickly falling on that ball was Andrew Hernandez.
Yeah.
So the first miscue by the Wildcats today gives the Lobos the football, and this is going to be the best field position the Lobos have had this morning.
Yeah, it is. They got a short field here right now. Let's see what they can do with it. But, again, it's one of them old kicks that come down, and you're trying to run up under it, and you just don't field it properly, and there it is on the ground. And, Lobos did a good job of getting on top of it.
Yeah, you're talking about the youthfulness of the quarterback for the Lobos. He's just a sophomore, Jacob Cortinas. So here we go. They're going to send 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, and they got Serrata at the top of your screen. That's so far been his primary target this morning. And he rolls out to his right, going in the direction of Serrata, and that one is just a little too wide, and so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he's just, it's really tough. He's running the sprint out right there. Cortinas is running the sprint out right there, and he's just not getting his feet set. He's just letting it go, and it's sailing on him. He needs to set his feet and try to get it to the receivers, but again, he's under a lot of pressure from your Wildcat defense. So good job by the Wildcats.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Lobos.
Looks like we got a timeout here by the Lobos.
You're absolutely right, Coach. Timeout for the Lobos as they're finding a hard time completing a pass here.
Yeah, it is. It's struggling right there. And it's set up in good field position, but their offense is struggling right now. But, obviously it's good for us. The defense is doing a great job, and we're covering their receivers. That's the thing, and that's what I've been really, really pleasantly surprised. Not surprised, but pleased with the secondary of our Wildcat football team. Because even if they do complete a pass, they're right there to make a tackle. So again, there's not many yak yardage after catch, and that kind of stuff going on against these Wildcats this year. So the secondary is just doing a tremendous job.
Yeah, that they are. So here come the Lobos back onto the field after the timeout. 2nd down and 10, ball at their own 46-yard line. Cortinas the quarterback. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Again, going out to the direction of Serrata, a little out and up pattern. And Sean Martinez from his secondary safety position comes across. Him and Barrera both trying to just converge on that ball, and it falls incomplete, so that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Lobos.
I'm going to tell you right there, Jordan Velasquez was shot out of a cannon. He hit Cortinas, right when he let go of the football.
He never gave up. We said that he outran one of the defenders. Then one of the Lobos kind of like turned around and saw him, grabbed him, but Gianni wasn't going down. And as you mentioned, he was up for a fight. Sebastian on for the extra point. Good hold, good kick. And just like that, your Wildcats are now up 28-0 with 10:19 to go here in the first half.
Absolutely, Joey, having to overcome, a muff punt, that kind of stuff, and do a good job. Some teams would kind of get a little rattled at that point, but not our Wildcats. Look like a seasoned team, a veteran seasoned team today, that catching the ball, doing the little things you need to win. Awesome job.
Well, that's a name we've been calling in and out throughout the last few years, Coach, Gianni Barrera. So you talk about not being rattled. That's a young man that's not going to be rattled because this is not his first rodeo.
Oh, no.
One of the things I remember a lot, and one of my favorite lines comes from Deion Sanders. He says, when you play football, well, he's talking about himself in the secondary, but when you play football, you've got to have amnesia because if you get burned, you got to come right back and forget about it because you got to come right back and play. And that's exactly what Barrera did. He didn't allow that to rattle him. He just came back and said, you know what, I'm going to make up with it with a TD run.
Absolutely. That's that senior leadership, That's what you look for in your football team. Those are the kind of guys that make plays, and they'll continue to make plays.
Espinosa on to kick the ball away to the Lobos, and he's kicking into the wind. It's going to be a short one, and it's going to hit at the 24-yard line. It's going to be picked up and returned, and we've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, good coverage again there by Josiah Chavarin, getting down, making a sure tackle. But like you said, there is a flag on the field. It's probably holding, blocking the back.
So this is going to take him back to the 14-yard line.
Yep.
So again, the Lobos not with good field position to begin another offensive series.
Yeah, being a 15-yard, it had to be a personal foul. It had to be a block in the back.
Yeah, it was a block in the back, Coach, and they gave out the young man's number 55 is what they said. So they're going to officially mark it at the 15. So 1st and 10 for the Lobos, if you just heard from the public address announcer, Cortinas along with Vargas in the backfield. 2 receivers each side of the ball. They're going to send Serrata in motion. Cortinas going to keep it. But again, the Wildcats not fooled at all. And they're going to pick up only 1 yard on that play.
Yeah, they run a little quarterback draw right there, and that's not fooling anybody. There's not any movement going on. That's the biggest thing of what you're seeing is that, they're thinking that the defensive ends will run up the field and then they can block out on the tackles and stuff. But there ain't no blocking out our tackles right now. But they're doing such a super job of just holding the offensive lineman up, and there's no holes, there's no room.
So empty backfield for Cortinas. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Serrata is by himself over at the top. And the ball goes in his direction. And it's caught quickly. But then he is caught quickly by Joe Lugo.
Yeah, it's just a loss right there. They just run a quick, hitch over there to the right side. And Joe Lugo's right there and makes a great open field tackle for about a 2 to 3 yard loss right there. So,
yeah, they're going to spot the ball all the way back to the 12-yard line. And that's going to be a 4-yard loss because it's 3rd down and 13. So again, the Wildcats quick to converge onto the football, but more importantly, making those sure open field tackles. So same formation almost the same formation. They sent 2 receivers each side. And again, this ball is in the direction of Serrata, and Lugo out there on the coverage. A great job. The ball sails high and out of play, and that'll bring up a 4th down for the Lobos.
Yeah, just great, presence and great pressure by number 30, Jonathan Granados, from his right side defensive end position, getting in, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he throws it errant and high, and it's 4th and long, and our Wildcats should now be set up again with great field position.
So Bowen by himself at the 40-yard line. Punt is away from him, and it's going to bounce Almost, yeah, it does bounce out of bounds. Avery was trying to tiptoe on the sideline and grab it, but that ball was coming diagonally, and it was coming with the wind as the punter did that, like, on purpose.
Exactly. You know, he was trying to save it from going out of bounds. If he gets it clean, he's down the sidelines, all right, with not many people in front of him.
So the worst field position of the ball game so far for the Weslaco East Wildcats, and the ball is at the 45-yard line. And if I'm not mistaken, Coach, this is the first time that the Wildcats actually start on the other side of the 50.
Yeah, exactly. You know, everything's been on that side or kickoff, a punt return for a touchdown. So.
Or an interception.
Yeah.
So here we go. 8:35 to go here in the first half. Wildcats up 28-0. Garza is the quarterback. Tight formation for the Wildcats. Rolls out to his right. Looking to throw the ball, breaks a tackle, gets rid of it. It's in the direction of Villalobos, but he just wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, they had a lot of pressure right there, led up front there by big number 55, Omar Cervantes, the defensive tackle, getting in the face of Javi. So right there, it's a really good defensive play there by your Lopez Lobos.
Yeah, two guys there really after Javi Garza. The other guy was Andrew Hernandez. So once again, looks like it's the same formation for the Wildcats. Again, Garza rolling out to his right. Ball is tipped away. It was going in the direction of Villalobos, but able to get his hands up there and knock it out of harm's way with number 31. He's not listed on our roster.
Yeah, their outside linebacker right there, number 31, did a good job getting his hands up because it looked like obviously Villalobos was sitting in the curl right there, and the ball was coming like it was going to come right to him. So,
a personal foul on the Lobos, 15-yard penalty assessed to them, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats on the 40-yard line of the Lobos.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those today already, so I'm sure the referees are looking at that. But remember, you can only get 2 of those things, and you're not in the game anymore. So.
1st and 10 for your Wildcats, 8:19 to go. Fakes the handoff to Gio Garza. Now it's a screen to Guerra, but it's intercepted by another gentleman who's not on the roster. So number 42 with the interception, who really sniffed that one out because he just saw Gio cut in front of him, and then he turned around.
He did. That's going to be that throwback back to Gio over there, the little screen back to the tailback. But, quarterback just sees it. He doesn't see the guy drop, and he floats it over there, and they get a big interception. And now they're set up inside the Wildcat territory. So good job by their defense.
Second time a turnover gives the Lobos the ball on the side of the Wildcats. So they'll send 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Cortinas is going to keep it, and he's going to pick up a yard.
Yeah, right there, everything. Great job by Silva Rangel, coming down, pressing play, and wiped out there by, obviously, Jordan Velasquez.
It looked like they wanted to pull the guard from the other side because Cortinas hesitated, maybe waiting for that guard to pull, but he just never got in front of him.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a quarterback power, okay,
right,
back to this way. So when you pull the backside guard back up through the hole, and he's supposed to take it inside, but he has to bounce it outside because there was nothing left inside.
So great job by the Wildcat front 4. 2nd and 9. Cortinas looking out to his right. Pass is caught. That is Juan Jaramillo, and that is a 13-yard pickup. That's the biggest play from scrimmage for the Lobos.
That's the first time I've seen Cortinas actually plant his feet and follow through. All right, and when you do it, chances are you're going to have some success. So that was a good play there for the Lobos.
Yeah, he did that. He was able to do that because he got rid of the ball quickly. That was something that was set quickly, and that's the first time they go to someone other than Serrata, if I'm not mistaken. So this time they're going to hand the ball off to Vargas. Vargas trying to bounce it outside. Nowhere to go. Cuts upfield, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards.
He does. Again, a little counter play right there to number 7. So that's a pretty good job to Serrata. And they pick up about 3 yards right there on the play. But again, a good stop there by number 82 for us, for Josue Morales on the stop, and along with number 26, Nain Delgado.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Lobos. They'll send 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. On the top of your screen is Juan Jaramillo, and they're going to go in his direction again. Little confusion as far as the pattern is concerned. We've seen that little out and up a couple of times, and I'm not sure if that was what he was supposed to be running that time.
I'm not sure, but anyway, the ball was, very uncatchable. It was probably about 8 or 10 yards outside the, out of bounds, almost to the track. So it really, whatever route they was running, I think there was confusion, absolutely, because the quarterback thought they were going deep, and that's absolutely where he threw the ball.
So again, Jaramillo at the top of your screen, and they've got Serrata down here on the slot. Vargas stays in the back. This time Cortinas looks to his left. He's going to tuck it and run, and he is hit hard and brought down at the 30-yard line. That's going to be short of the 1st down, bringing up a 4th and about 5.
Yeah, good job by Joe Lugo from his safety position. He saw the quarterback, tuck it and run, and he came up and made a big tackle. Now it's 4th and, like you said, about 5, Joey, so we'll see what happens here. They're probably obviously going to go for it.
Yeah, they're in 4-down territory unless they've got a soccer player that can boot a 47-yard field goal. And he's got the wind at his back, but it doesn't look like that's what they're going to opt to do. So Cortinas is the quarterback, 2 receivers to both sides of the football.
Looks like here comes the house.
Pass in the direction of Serrata. Incomplete pass. It just goes in and out of his hands, so the ball's going to go over on downs to your Wildcats, so they'll take over at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, great pressure right there by, they dialed up a blitz right there with our linebackers and put a lot of pressure on Cortinas that time, and so the ball is a little high and outside right there again. So now the Wildcats will take over. In, like you said, this is probably the worst field position they've started this game so far. Yeah,
this is the 2nd time they have the ball, and they start off on their own side of the football field. So we've got 5:10 to go here in the opening half. And it is your Wildcats 28, the Lobos 0. Garza, the quarterback, another tight formation. Avery Bowen, the quarterback, under center. Garza, the tailback, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, and he's brought down for a sack by Logan Garcia. Logan Garcia, you were talking about this earlier, Coach, how the little guys just kind of dodged the big guys.
He sure did right there. They're running a bootleg right there. They pulled the backside guard, all right, and when he gets around right there, he just, the kid went through, got underneath the guard, and made a good tackle on Bowen right there. So just a great play defensively by the Lobos right there on the bootleg.
So loss on the play of about 8 yards. They'll spot it at the 22. 2nd down and 18 for your Wildcats. Jay Vasquez, the tailback. Bowen, the quarterback. Timeout, and that, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be the Wildcats' final timeout.
Yeah, it's almost close to the half, so this is a good time to take a timeout right now. Settle everybody down, see what's happening right there. That last play, but just a good job, good pressure by the getting up the field by Lopez's defense right there. So, like I said, everybody practices hard, and kids make plays on both sides of the ball. They're having a really good game today, Joey.
Yeah, that they are. And Coach, one of the things that we need to really realize is that the Wildcats have only played 4 games.
Yeah, this is number 4.
Yeah, 3 games prior to today. This is number 4, as you just mentioned. Typically, you would have a couple of non-district games, so they really haven't had those warm-up games to be able to work out all these kinks before they play for that district title. So they're trying to see what else they can do. So here we go, 2nd down, 18 for your Wildcats. They'll send Villalobos in motion. This time Bowen runs out to his right, got some blockers. Stiff arms a Lobo, still on his feet, runs over another Lobo, stays on his feet, stays inbounds to about the 36-yard line, where it'll be a 3rd down and maybe 3.
Yeah, that was a great run right there. Just a straight, quarterback sprint out to the right there, and quarterback keep. All right, and Bowen did a great job of eluding number 25, who's really been having a good game for him, Logan Garcia. He's the one that's been disrupting a lot on the outside right there, but he stiff arms him, gets him to the ground, and picks up some really good yardage.
3rd down and 4. Villalobos in motion. Bowen, again, same play, gets rid of the first would-be tacklers. He dodges him, but gets to about the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 4 for the Wildcats.
You know, a good job by the outside linebacker, Don Villa, getting up the field and slowing down Bowen before he can get going.
Yeah, before he can get any momentum, because as we just saw on the previous play, if Bowen gets some momentum, he's hard to bring down.
He is.
So here come your Wildcats. And that looked like it may be an offsides on the Lobos.
Absolutely, free 5 right there, and we get a 1st down. Good job of
and the head judge there says offsides on the Lobos.
Good job by the offensive line being patient, staying onside, because they did a little quick count right there and a little jump with the voice. You can tell that, and that got the Lobos to jump up front, and there's your free 1st down right there, and the ball's still moving, and here we go.
So after the assessment of the penalty, a brand new set of downs for your Wildcats. Garza under center. Toss to Gio Guerra out to his right. He's got blockers. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
Just a great job up front of everybody being reached. They cut the linebackers off. They got 2 guys in front of Giovanni, and I guarantee you it's 15, 20 yards up the field on the toss right there. Great offense, great execution.
Sixto Chavez with a kamikaze play just to knock him out of bounds. Same play again on a quick count, and there goes Gio staying in the field of play and finally ridden out of bounds by Alex Martinez, but not before he's inside the 20-yard line.
Actually, I think they're spotting it around the 30. He must have stepped out right there.
Yeah, I saw him tiptoeing, but again, I couldn't tell whether it stayed in or not, but they're saying he went out of bounds. So the Wildcats in a hurry-up type offense. Timeout called by the Lobos. I think the Lobos caught on to the no huddle by the Wildcats and said, wait a minute, we're going to have to slow this thing down, because if we let them do that, they're going to be in the end zone again in 2 more plays.
Absolutely. Well, what's happening right there, you know, they're shifting over here to this side, our offense and stuff. They're really strong right-handed right here. We got 2 backs leading Giovanni out here. So basically, they're outflanked to this side. So if you simply run the toss, you're down the field. You're gonna get the edge and the corner pretty easy right there. And I'm sure that's what the Lopez coaches upstairs are saying. Oh, we need to slide our defense and get somebody over there to stop that, because the bleeding's going on right there.
Yeah, because if not, that secondary is going to be depleted really quickly. So 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. 2:33 to go here in the first half. And it is 28-0. Wildcats up on top of this one. Good drive. This one started in their own territory, and for the most part, that's been the worst field position for your Wildcats. Quick count under center was Garza. Tosses it to Bowen. And Burgett not too happy with that.
No, because his defensive end's getting up the field. Right, number 1's getting up the field and getting into getting into our backs before they even get around the corner right there on that play. So whatever's happening, we're not getting a hat on number 1 right now. So number 1's disrupting it. So you see, we're strong to this side. Now we got him pinned inside. You're going to see a little bit better football play. But again, number 25, did a good job from his corner spot coming up and and making the tackle, Logan Garcia, who's really having a good little game for the Lopez.
Yeah. So once again, hurry-up offense by the Wildcats. And David Trevino doing a really good job after you caught that, Coach, on the defensive end. So David Trevino just gets out there in the last 2 plays, really seals off that end and giving the running backs great opportunities to pick up positive yardage. And once again, your Wildcats knocking at the door. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Hurry up offense. Garza under center. Bowen the tailback. Garza's going to call his own number inside the 5. They're going to say the 6-yard line is where he was stopped.
Did a great job just running straight ahead, right behind that big offensive line, running quarterback sneak, picking up about 5 yards right there. They've been running toss, and boom, there you go.
Got it under center. This time toss to Bowen. Everybody in blue jerseys is on the ground, and Bowen from 6 yards out is in the end zone. And now the score is your Wildcats 34, the Lobos 0, pending the point after.
Just a super play right there. And like you said, alluded to, Joe, you see a lot of blue shirts on the ground. So a great job by the backs and the receiver, getting cuts, cutting down the defenders. And Bowen just walks in for another Wildcat touchdown. East side, strong side.
So Sebastian Caballero on to attempt the extra point. Sergio Martinez, the holder. Good snap, good hold, good kick. So with 1:25 to go here in the second quarter, it is now your Wildcats 35, the Lopez Lobos 0. We'll be back with more Wildcat football right here on K-West. Well, Coach, a good Wildcat drive.
It really was. You know, you see a lot as a coach, you know, and I've coached for 35 years and coached, but all these guys have coached for a long time and stuff. You can still see a great improvement, but a lot of room still to clean up some stuff. All right, and that's the scary thing about the Wildcats. They're getting better every week, and you still see these things that they need to continue to work on to get better. And if they continue to get better than those, you're just going to see a team that's really going to blossom here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So, and you know, next week you got the district title game on the line against Memorial. That's coming up, and then you got playoffs after that. So, you know, again, going to see this on film. Hey guys, got to fix this. Here we go. This is going to make us better. And I see those things happening, and the kids are just going to continue to get better.
Welcome back to Sands Memorial Stadium. Wildcats kicking the ball away after another Wildcat touchdown. This time it's picked up by Serrata. Serrata breaks a tackle. Now he's coming to the short side of the field, and he's brought down hard by Jesse James Garcia. A good return by Serrata, giving the Lobos the ball at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he did a good job of eluding our first tackler, 28 Giovanni Barrera, and then after that, you know, Jesse James was right there to make a great tackle.
So the Lobos with the football with a minute 16 to go here in the second quarter.
Ball spotted on the 26-yard line.
They'll start off with the ball at their own 26-yard line. And remember, Coach, the Wildcats will have the ball to begin the second half. Cortina is the quarterback. Quarterback draw. Breaks a tackle. Gets out to about the 29-yard line, so that'll be about a 3-yard gain for Cortinas.
Yeah, good job of gain tackling there by our Wildcat defense. Just about everybody on the defense right there to the football. Led up front there by Jordan Velasquez. First hit, along with number 66, Rodrigo Puentes.
Second down for the Lobos. Ball spotted on the 29-yard line.
So the Lobos, second down and 7 from the 29-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers to each side of the football. Cortina's the quarterback. Looking out to his right, gets rid of the ball. It's caught. And still on his feet is Juan Jaramillo.
Yeah, good job right there, protecting the quarterback, and Cortina's getting the ball out of his hand, hitting Jaramillo for a big yardage right there, but a good sure stop by Sean Martinez of your Wildcats from his safety position.
That's the second first down for the Lobos here in the first half, and both of them have come by passes to Juan Jaramillo. Jaramillo's been their playmaker thus far. They've gone to Serrata a lot more, but Jaramillo's produced more yardage. Handoff is made to the only back in the backfield, Vargas, and he's going to go nowhere, and the clock is now at all zeros, meaning that we are officially at the half. And at the half, your score is your Weslaco Wildcats 35, the Lopez Lobos 0. We'll be back with second half action right here on K-West. Well, the rain has held off. And let's hope that it does hold off. Doesn't look like it's going to get any ugly. I'm going to stretch my legs a little bit. I knew this was going to get ugly. That's not determined. It's not determined yet.
Keep our fingers crossed for Weslaco.
It's going to be over there.
It's going to be in McAllen?
Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yeah. Welcome back. We are at Sands Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. KWS bringing you Wildcat football. And at the half, it's your Wildcats 35, the Lopez Lobos 0. Weslaco East, 166 yards rushing in the first half, 56 yards passing in the first half, 222 total yards of offense. You got to remember, a lot of those drives, 3 of them to be exact, started off inside the 40 of the Lopez Lobos. Gio Guerra has 10 carries for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Avery Bowen has 10 carries for 55 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bowen is 3 for 3 and 56 yards passing. And Jay Vasquez has 3 receptions for 56 yards. So not really a lot of numbers, which the scoreboard gives us a lot of points. But as we mentioned, they've been really short drives.
It's field position, Joey.
Yeah.
Like you said, when you don't have to travel very far, you can't get much yardage. All right, so as far as that goes, but the good thing is that they're capitalizing on that good field position. Sometimes you don't capitalize on that, and it really looks bad. So right now, Wildcats are in charge. They're doing a great job, and we're going to get set here for the kickoff here, but we got a little whistle here, so maybe the ball is falling off the tee every time here because the wind is picking up. So see what happens this second half, but we'll see our Wildcats. They're in charge of the game absolutely right now, and going forward, here we go. East side, strong side time, baby.
Bowen and Guerra deep for your Wildcats. Ready to kick the ball away is Juan Jaramillo, and he's going to be kicking into the wind. And as you mentioned, Coach, it has picked up a little bit as we're awaiting this cold front to blow through the valley any minute now. This one is caught by Bowen at the 13-yard line. He's got some blockers going through the middle of the field. The ball is on the ground and is recovered by the Lobos. Juan de Leon saw the loose ball, and he quickly fell on it. That's the second fumble recovery for the Lobos this morning.
Exactly. Just a big hit right there, and the ball comes out, and it's rolling on the ground. And, the guy that sees it is the Lopez Lobos right there. He gets on top of it, and big play for the Lobos to start off this half. Now, they're in good field position, but, our defense, it's a change of possession, but it's an opportunity to stop the Lobos. So this is where the defense takes great pride, all right, and makes a big stop for our Wildcats.
So the Lobos with the football, 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Cortina's the quarterback. Hands the ball off to Vargas. And we've got Lugo first to make contact, and then coming out of his secondary position is going to be Carlos Roman, who comes up and lays the hit.
Yeah, Joe Lugo did such a good job of turning it back, all right, or stringing it, and they're trying to run a counter where it's going in the C gap and going up the field because you got the tackle pulling, the guard pulling, and they're trying to hit it up the seam. But they're doing such a good job, and number 82 right there for the. It starts with him, Josue Morales. Great job, stringing it out.
So a 1-yard pickup by the Lobos, 2nd down and 9. Cortina's looking out to his right, gets rid of the ball, and it's caught by Jaramillo, and he's immediately brought down after about a 5-6 yard gain.
Yeah, they ran a little longer hitch right there, play right there to Jaramillo, but our defense did a good job right there being on the tackle, led by Joe Lugo and Jesse James Garcia. Good stop right there, brings up 3rd and about 4.
Ball is on the 33-yard line, 3rd down for the Lobos. Cortina runs in with the play. Jaramillo down at the bottom of your screen, Serrata at the top. There's a snap, quarterback keeper. And he is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage by Josue Morales, and I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't think so, dude. Obviously, you get Josue right there, along with Jonathan Granados. They make a big hit on the quarterback there, and now it's 4th, again, about 4. Looks like they may have got it right back to the original line of scrimmage, or the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm looking up at the scoreboard, and they're marking it at the 33-yard line, and that's where the previous play was at, so no gain. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 3 for the Lobos. Again, Jaramillo at the bottom of your screen. Vargas in the backfield. They're going to send in motion Serrata, and he is hit in the backfield by Velasquez, but is able to get away, but cannot pick up enough yardage for the 1st down.
Just a tremendous job by Jonathan Velasquez right there. He's seeing it from his middle linebacker position. He scrapes outside, makes a big hit right there, stops everything, and then the rest of the defense just converges on it. Big stop by the Wildcats. Good job, by our Wildcat defense.
Yeah, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. But Velasquez doing a good job, as you just mentioned, Coach, doing enough to slow him down and to make him cut back and allow the rest of the Wildcat defense to catch up to him. So over on downs, and your Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Bowen is the quarterback. He's got Gio Guerra in the backfield with him. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Jay Vasquez with little bubble screen again. He's running on the sideline. He's breaking some tackles, and he's finally brought down at the 40-yard line.
They just did a great job right there, running a wide bunch set, and run the bubble screen. Do a good job of picking up the blockers. Again, 25 gets loose, but Jay does a good job of eluding him and getting up the sidelines and picks up a big play for your Wildcats.
Yeah, 27 yards on that play. Jay Vasquez doing a really good job waiting for his blockers and, again, eluding some would-be tacklers. So 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Bowen with the pass. It's in the air in the direction of Jared Perez, and it just goes a little too high and out of reach for him.
Yeah, just a little bit too much on the ball. And if the ball gets up in the air a little bit right now with the wind behind your back, it's going to sail on you.
Yeah, we've been talking about this today. We are waiting for that cold front, so that wind is picking up. So again, same formation, 3 down here at the bottom of your screen. They hand the ball off to Gio Guerra. Gio jumping over a Lobo, getting inside the 30, picking up 11 yards, and that's going to move the change for your Wildcats.
Just a super job on the inside zone right there. Good blocking, good movement, and Gio finding the hole and picking up his feet and picking up the first down. First down, Wildcats.
So ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Bowen looking out to his left. Pass to Villalobos. Villalobos brought down at about the 29-yard line. I think they're going to spot it at the 28, so that'll be 11-yard pickup. That'll move the chains once again for your Wildcats.
Again, a great job up front protecting on Bowen. Good job on a quick hitch right there. Over there to Edward Villalobos, and he picks up the rest of the yardage. So super job. And the blocking is really good. Even on that perimeter, it's so good. Your other receivers are blocking for each other. Excellent football play.
So once again, 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Bowen looking over to his left again. Nothing doing, so he's going to run with the ball, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 15, 16-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards.
Yeah, again, we got to, there's no penalty on that, but it's getting a little chippy inside with the offensive line and the defensive line right now. Starting to see it. So, kids just settle down and play football.
So 2nd down and 8. They're going to give him 2 yards on that carry. Bowen, quarterback, 2 receivers to each side. Guerra in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, runs right up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown for your Wildcats. 16-yard touchdown run by Avery Bowen.
Just a little zone read. He puts it in the belly of Giovanni. He pulls it, and there's nothing but sailing, clear sailing, all over the end zone. Wildcat touchdown. East side, strong side. One more time. There you go, Wildcats.
41-0 Wildcats on top of this one, and Sebastian Caballero on to attempt the extra point. Sergio Martinez will do the holding. Snap, hold, kick, good.
Yeah, just a super job right there, Joey, by our Wildcats. Everything starts up front with our offensive line, man. These coaches, Coach Martinez and his assistant coaches, Coach Ramos, they do a super job of getting those big boys up front and getting people knocked off the line. Good job by the offensive line. Good job by them old coaches. They're doing a great job.
So it's 7:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It is now your Wildcats 42, the Lobos 0. Wildcats ready to kick the ball away back to the Lobos. And on the field to kick the ball away for your Wildcats is Pedro Espinosa.
Well, Joey, that's the first half started with a turnover, but the Wildcats have overcome that again, all right, and showed lots of poise, all right, didn't get down, and now again make a big drive for a touchdown.
6 plays, 67 yards on that drive, of course, capped by a 16-yard TD run by Avery Bowen right before the half. They had a 70-yard drive, so those have been the 2 longest drives for the Wildcats so far this Saturday. Jaramillo with the return, trying to find some running room, has a little gap, and brings this one out to about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, a good job right there. Again, great job going down the field by Giovanni Barrera. He's the one that makes first contact, and then Jordan Velasquez kind of stops it. He kind of eludes Giovanni a little bit, but he slows him down for the rest of the coverage just to, come in and just wipe the play out.
So the Lobos with the football, 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Coach John Boswell finds himself at Boone Pick'em Stadium, but enjoying the Wildcat football game. Cortina is the quarterback, looking out to his right, now to his left. Has some pressure, gets away, now finally gets rid of the football in the direction of Juan Rosendo.
Yeah, great pressure there put on by Silva Rangel right there, and he eludes him, but again, the ball, just flies over the top. So good job there by the defense, good pressure, and good stop right there.
Yeah, the Wildcat defense really putting pressure, and the Lobo receivers trying to find an empty area on the field, but nothing doing because, of course, you've got Jesse James Garcia with great coverage back there. Handoff is made to Vargas, and Vargas cannot seem to find anywhere to cut up the field. He was like running parallel to the 20-yard line looking for a hole to cut up the field, but he didn't see anything, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage at the 19, loss of about 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, super job by our left tackle, Ivan Adonis. Getting up the field and getting a hand on the back and getting a great tackle for that 3 to 4 yards. Good job by Adonis.
So the Lobos will send 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, and we got Serrata at the top. And Cortinas goes in the direction of Serrata, and that one is intercepted. The 2nd interception of your Wildcats today, and that is Pablo Gonzalez with the pick 6.
Absolutely. Good job by Pablo dropping into his zone. And here it comes the ball. Boom! Present! Right there. Kind of an early Christmas present for your Wildcats. Touchdown! Wildcats! East side! Strong side!
30-yard interception return for a touchdown. So that's the 2nd non-offensive touchdown tonight.
It's either a Christmas present or a turkey leg. I know it's Thanksgiving still, so that could have been a free turkey leg right there. That's an awesome job.
So Pablo Gonzalez with the pick 6, and that'll bring Caballero on to attempt the extra point, and it is good. So with 5:49 to go here in the 3rd, it is now your Wildcats 49, the Lopez Lobos 0.
So, the Wildcats come on fire this second half, man, just executing and moving the ball down, and making big plays, interceptions, stuff like that. Just both sides of the ball getting better and better. You can see these kids maturing every day. Just absolutely, every time I watch them play, I can see them getting better, and they're just playing like a team. Excellent job.
Yeah, and one of the things that I was doing at halftime, of course, is talking with some of the Wildcat fans and really just letting them know, guys, this is only the 4th game of the year. We won't see a lot of the reserve players playing yet, even though it's a big lead for your Wildcats, because they still got some stuff that they need to work on, and I'm pretty sure Burgett wants to really fine-tune some stuff before he gets into the district championship game next week and, of course, the playoffs.
Absolutely, that kind of stuff, because, like I said earlier, every play a young man plays, the better he gets. That kind of thing. So, because they get to see situations and stuff, and they've been in that situation, and if it comes again, they know how to handle it.
Welcome back to Sands Memorial Stadium. Wildcats up 49-0. 5:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Serrata's going to take this one at about the 12. And he's going to get out to the 21, maybe 22, before the Wildcats just corral him and bring him down.
Again, I can't say enough. Giovanni Barrera, wow, just shot down the cannon, come down there, makes him stop. Doesn't quite make the tackle, but he slows it down each time. So he's a guy he's a headhunter. You always got those guys. You got guys that contain that kind of stuff. Then you got that guy that's a headhunter going right to the football, and that's old Giovanni Barrera. Very good job.
So the Lobos with the football at their own 22-yard line. 1st and 10, 5:42 to go here in the third. Serrata in motion. Muff snap. Cortina's going to pick it up and run with it, and he's going to lose 2 on that play.
Yeah, nothing doing right there. So I'm starting to see a few substitutions right now because our linebacker core is different right now. So they've come in, they substitute a little bit by the linebackers right now. So we're starting to see some.
Yeah, they're going to lose a yard on the play. Ball will go back to the 21-yard line, bringing up a 2nd down and 11 for the Lobos. Clock continues to tick away. 5:05 to go here in the third. Cortinas, 2 receivers to both sides of the field. Stays in at quarterback. Quarterback draw. And he gets to the line of scrimmage and maybe can get to the original line of scrimmage to the 22-yard line.
Just another super job inside by number 52, Ivan Adonius, and number 60, Marcus Garza. Just closed it down really quick. Wasn't much room going at all. They're doing such a good job of getting underneath the offensive line's pads and standing them up. And then if you don't get any movement up front, it's hard to run inside.
Yeah, they're going to give them 2 yards on that carry, so it'll be 3rd down and 9. Under 4.5 minutes to go here in the third. Cortina's the quarterback. They're going to send Serrata to the top of your screen. We've got Jaramillo at the bottom of your screen. Now, Cortinas rolls out to his right in the direction of Jaramillo. Cannot make the reception because he's got the Wildcat Jesse James Garcia defending and doing a great job of it.
Yeah, he did a great job of sticking to Jaramillo right there. You see what they're doing? They're running trips to the left, and they're bringing Jaramillo down here to single cover him, all right? And that's obviously their best receiver. They want to put him one-on-one, all right, with Jesse James Garcia, but Jesse's he's holding his own and doing a great job of shutting it down.
Well, we've seen them trying to isolate receivers all day long. They did it earlier with Serrata, but he wasn't making the catches, and Jaramillo seemed to be the guy making the catches. And so, therefore, they've started to go to him more. Bowen will try to catch this one over his head. He drops it, picks it up at the 35. He's got some blockers, cuts it inside, cuts it across the field, and is finally brought down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, great return by Bowen right there. He tried to catch the ball over his shoulder. It's a deep ball. He hits the ground, but he picks it up and picks up some great yardage and sets up the Wildcats inside the 40-yard line.
About a 26-yard return for Bowen. 1 tackle to get away from it, and he would have been going all the way. So, but the Wildcats, once again, in excellent field position on the Lobos side of the football field. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. We've got under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Avery Bowen, the quarterback. He's got Gio Guerra in the backfield, looking to his left. Got a receiver. Caught by Villalobos inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Great grab there, brought down immediately by Juan de Leon.
Yeah, great deep slant pattern right there by Villalobos, and good patience by Bowen to get the ball to him. But what a super job by the offensive line. He gave Bowen all day long, man. He pat the ball. He still had lots of time to throw the football.
Yeah, no blue jerseys anywhere in his face. This one a quick out to Jay Vasquez, and Jay Vasquez has a few blockers in front of him, and then he just dives forward to about the 11-yard line. That's going to move the chains once again for your Wildcats. So Vasquez continuing to do a great job after he catches the ball.
He sure does, and they're doing a good job right here. They set this up really good. They got 3 receivers out here. 2 of them are blocking, 1's catching it, and there's a big old hole, and Jay's just right up on it. He's 10 yards before they even touch him.
So 1st and 10 from the 11. Vargas in the backfield. They're going to bring in Guajardo at quarterback, and Guajardo is tripped up at about the 2-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and maybe 1.
Yeah, good job right there by Ashton. He takes the direct snap. If you've been watching, they love to run him when he gets in the football. And he does a great job of lowering his shoulder and running really hard.
But they put Vargas in there to do the lead block, and Vargas is a big boy. He just plows his way through there and gives a big hole for Guajardo to get to pick up 9 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Vargas has been doing good. I've been watching for the last 2 years. That kid's the heart and soul of the Wildcat offense because he just lays it on the line every week. When ball
is loose. I think Guajardo came up with it. We'll see.
Looks like he did.
No, they're going to say the Lobos are saying they have it. And now the
did.
referees say they have it. And that is Angel Valdez who came up with the fumble.
Yeah, just, you know, we've had a little bit of this in this game. Obviously, when they go back to work this week, that's something they're going to address big time, I'm sure.
So the Lobos with yet another takeaway. And so this time they'll begin this drive at their own 2-yard line. We've got a minute 50 to go here in the third. Your Wildcats are up by a score of 49-0. Cortinas in the end zone along with Vargas. 2 receivers to the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Cortinas will keep it, and he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage by Aiden Zavala, and they're going to say he's down.
Yeah, great hit there by Silva Rangel, number 40. Just hit him on the backfield almost. They may have, I don't know, I guess they may have picked up a yard.
Yeah, they're going to give him a yard on that carry. But that's because he was running full steam ahead, and he was able just to muster up 1 yard. This Wildcat defense not letting him do much. So again, Cortinas in the end zone along with Vargas. This time he's going to run out to his right, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. I think Diego Ruiz was the first one there to make contact.
He did. You know, there wasn't much going on right there. Again, good job up front. You led by number 60, Marcus Garza, and, you know, kind of making it slow down, and then the linebackers coming in there, like you say, you know, making the play. All right, super job by the defense. Again, it's third and long. They stop him here. You know, they're deep in the territory. Should get the ball in great field position again.
Yeah, we got 38 seconds. 3rd down and 7. Ball is at the 5-yard line. Cortina stands on the goal line. Looking out to his right. Ball is in the air, caught by Jaramillo. Jaramillo had to go up to grab that one, and he's going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. 10-yard pickup. That'll move the chains for the Lobos.
Yeah.
So they've got some breathing room finally.
You're right. Jaramillo did a super job of getting up high and bringing that down, because it looked like it was going to sail over his head, but he did a good job of getting to the height of the ball and bringing it down and picking up the first down and giving the Lobos a little breathing room.
Well, we have played 3 here at Sam's Memorial Stadium in Brownsville. And at the end of 3, it is your Wildcats 49, the Lobos 0. We'll be back with the final quarter right here on KOS. Well, Coach, you talked about the turnovers and how the Wildcats will probably be working on that this week, because they've got a big matchup next week as they take on the Memorial Mustangs.
Yeah, they do. You know, those aren't things, especially when you get into big games for a district title, playoff games and stuff like that. You can't have those mistakes, you know, and they happen. You know, they're kids, and they, you know, sometimes those mistakes happen, but you got to eliminate those things. So I'm sure the coach is going to harp on that pretty hard this week, and you know, like you said, and no kid wants to fumble the ball. All right, it's not what they want to do. It just happens from time to time. You just got to secure it and play.
4th quarter underway here at Sam's Stadium. Quick handoff to Vargas. Vargas hit immediately as he tries to turn the corner, and the ball is loose, and we'll see what the referees say.
There's no whistle, so yeah, it looks like it's going over to the Wildcats. Good job, defense!
Pablo Gonzalez with the initial contact, and then the ball comes loose, and the Wildcats come up with the football deep in their own territory inside the 20-yard line at the 19. Let's see if we get the replay, and yes, we do. Here we go. Hand the ball off to Vargas, and Diego with the initial hit, and the ball comes loose, and I can't see who recovered the football. Looks like it was Josiah Chavarin.
Yeah, that's who it looks like to me too, but good strip right there, good recover. Wildcat football, good job by the defense. Our defense is playing lights out for every game. I mean, they just do a super job.
Guajardo in at quarterback. Hands the ball off to Vasquez. Vasquez behind his blockers, and he's going to follow his blockers for about a 6-7 yard pickup.
Yeah, good job right there by Jay. They got him in the backfield right now. You know, initially where that young man played, this year he's playing more slot and that kind of stuff, but shifty. I mean, really shifty.
You know, he's just a sophomore, but the guy does a great job of waiting for things to develop. We saw that on those bubble screens, and we saw that right now, him in at running back.
He does. He has great patience. You're absolutely right. He sets up his blocks and does a great job.
So 2nd down, 3 for the Wildcats. Guajardo will keep it this time off to his left, and he's going to be inside the 5, down to the 1.
Yeah, great job right there. Just by a quarterback blast to the left side right there. And Josiah sees his block, Ashton sees his blocks, and he's up in the hole for a great gain right there. And just knocking on the door again right here. About to score. Here comes your Wildcats. Ball looks like it's about on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for your Wildcats. Guajardo, the quarterback, Vargas, and Vasquez in the backfield. They're going to hand the ball out to Vasquez. Vasquez hit at the line of scrimmage, but he is going to muscle his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
He just keeps his feet moving right there, and boy, they're moving the pile, and he does a great job getting in there. Another Wildcat touchdown. East side, strong side, touchdown. Good job, Jay. Good job, offensive line. Awesome job, Wildcats.
So Sebastian Caballero on to attempt the extra point with your Wildcats up 55-0 with 10:25 to go in the ball game. Sergio Martinez is the holder. Snap is good, kick is away, and it is good. So with 10:25 to go here in the ball game, it is now your Wildcats 56, the Lopez Lobos nothing. We'll be right back with more action right here on K-West.
Well, Joy, you said Coach John Boswell, he's in Boone Pickens Stadium, you said, watching his Oklahoma State
Cowboys.
Cowboys. All right, them orange and black guys. All right, they've been fans there. I think they moved up in that area and stuff. So, John, if you hear me, miss you. Awesome. You're a great man. Thank you for watching our Wildcats.
Welcome back. We are at Sands Memorial Stadium in Brownsville. Wildcats 56, Lopez 0. We are in the 4th quarter. We got 10:25 left to go in this one. We may begin to see some other players play a little bit this afternoon as your Wildcats get set to take on the Mustangs next week for a district title.
Absolutely, so it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, so the Wildcats want to make sure that they're ready. And by the way things are going here, and they've gone the last 3 weeks, it looks like they are ready.
Yeah, they are. You know, they like I said here, you know, got a good complete team. They're all phases of the ball. They just really execute well.
Espinosa set to kick the ball away, and again he is kicking into the wind. Going to be taken by Guajardo at the 15-yard line, and he's brought down at the 24.
Yeah, not much of a return. This is a super job there by the coverage team again. You know, led there by Josiah Chavarin. He's been on the spot all day today, so awesome.
So 1st and 10 for the Lobos at their own 24-yard line. 10:20 left to go in this one.
Yeah, there is some different substitute. You got some different guys up front.
Cortina's the quarterback for the Lobos. They're going to hand the ball off to Vargas. They had Serrata in motion. Vargas has a little bit of running room and gets the ball out to about the 35-yard line, and that's going to be an 11-yard pickup, and that's his longest carry of the day. And so they'll move the chains for the Lobos, and it's 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Yeah, just a little bit right there. You know, they made some substitutions, stuff like that, but a good run there by your Lobos.
Clock continues to move with 9:47 left in this one. This time they're going to send Jaramillo and Serrata to the same side of the field. First time we see that happen. Cortina is looking out, now rolling out to his right, gets rid of the ball, and it's going to be almost intercepted by Jesse James.
caught.
He got up there in the air, and I thought he was going to come down with that one.
He did. He had it right on his hands. It just kind of skipped off his hands. I'm just glad it didn't careen into the receiver's hand because he had nothing but green grass if that would have happened. But a good job by Jesse James getting up, at least knocking the football away and bringing up second down. Good job by our defensive secondary.
So that'll stop the clock with 9:26 to go. Second down and 10 for the Lobos. And again, Serrata and Jaramillo at the top of your screen. This time they hand the ball out to Vargas. He'll run out to his right side, and he's hit hard at the line of scrimmage and brought down.
Yeah, big hit there by Josiah Chavarini, number 18. From his safety position, come up and laid the leather on that boy. Good job, Josiah.
Not sure if he has a niece or a nephew, but there's a new Chavarin in that family. And that young Chavarin is saying, way to go, Uncle Josiah.
There you go. Big hit.
So 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Third down and 9 for the Lobos. Jaramillo at the top of your screen. Looking to his left is Cortinas. Gets rid of the ball in the direction of Victor Villarreal.
Yeah.
But just a little too low for him to grab.
Great pressure there by Aiden Zavala from his right defensive end position. Did a super job right there, along with Carlos Rodriguez. Super job by both those guys.
So fourth down for the Lobos. They sent on the punting unit. And Avery Bowen, along with Giovanni Barrera, back to return this one. So Jaramillo will line up at his own 24-yard line to punt this one away. And he punts it away from everyone. And he's going to sail out of bounds, maybe around the 24, 23-yard line. They'll say the 25.
Yeah,
So
that wind took it, and good kick right there. Now we get to start. Probably deepest we've started yet.
Yeah, because the wind really isn't directly in your face. It's almost at a cross, and that's the last 2 punts that we've seen from the Lobos is them punting it with the wind in a diagonal position as to, 1, take advantage of the wind, but 2, keep it out of the hands of the Wildcats, and 3, make sure it goes out of bounds.
Exactly.
So first and 10 for your Wildcats, 8:27 left to go in this one. Handoff to the big man, Julius Gonzalez.
Yeah, just run a little belly play right there, but good job up front defensively, making the stop right there for Lopez. Big old number 99, Andrew Hernandez. Good job right there by Hernandez making the stop.
Zeke Negrete making his way onto the football field. Guajardo, after a couple of words with Coach Burgett, makes his way back onto the field. Plenty of time on the play clock. Under center, power eye right. Toss to Giancarlo Ortiz, looking for some running room. He wiggles his way up the field to about the 43-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. It's pretty close to a first down, but they're going to say third down, and it's going to be a yard short.
A little bit short right there, but really good job by John Carlos right there. It's just patient running. You notice that no matter what backs they get in there, these kids do about the same thing. They're coached really well by Adrian Gomez, their running backs coach. They do a super job.
Well, Hardwell calls his own number, gets across the 45, and that's going to be a first down for your Wildcats.
Yeah, good. Super job. Just a great push up front. Get there. These kids, if you're a Wildcat, you got to block. I don't care if you're a quarterback, running back, whatever. Every one of these kids are taught how to block on this football team. I can tell you that right now personally, all right? Because they're going to – and you just lay it on the line for each other. That's what I love about Wildcat football is that they're very unselfish kids. They work so hard, and they put in a lot of work, and they're just getting better and better and better, and you can see it on the field.
First and 10 from the 37-yard line. Power eye right. They're going to hand the ball off to the fullback, Tristan Montes, and he's going to get across to about the 40-yard line. And that's going to be a 3-yard pickup, bringing up a second down and 7.
Again, another good hard run by Montes. A good job up front by the offensive line right now. Mainly, you can see it's all backups, all right? and they're doing a super job of, doing what they're coached to do.
Clock continuing to roll. 6:05 left in this one. Power eye right. Toss is made to Ortiz. I'm sorry, that is going to be Devin Cantu, the ball carrier.
Okay, we got a flag on the field right here. Let's see what happens here.
Here comes the referee with the call. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty on your Wildcats, moving them all the way back to the 25-yard line. We are officially under 6 minutes to go here in this one.
Yeah, you can't. They changed this rule about 5 or 6 years ago. You can't come back into the field and cut on outside, okay? When you do that, it's blocked below the waist.
Offsides on the Lobos.
You get a little bit of this yardage back, I believe.
Defense, number 99, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
So they'll get 5 yards of it back, Coach, like you just mentioned. So we'll repeat second down. Second down and about 17 yards to go.
It's good to see a lot of kids out there playing right now, this kind of thing. It's about time when it happens, and they're doing a good job.
Well, Hardlo calls his own number, falls forward for about a yard. They'll bring up a third down and 16.
They thought they'd catch him in the neutral zone again, and it almost did, but just not quite there. I guess they got back.
Number 9, action while Hardlo, the ball carrier. Third down for the Wildcats. Ball flat on the 31-yard.
So third down, 17 yards to go. They got to get to the 47-yard line. Make it 16 yards to go because they're at the 36. Power eye right. Guajardo toss. Devin with the carry gets out to about the 33-yard line. They're not going to pick up enough yards for the first down, so that'll bring up a fourth down. Devin Cantu is the ball carrier, and he's going to pick up about a yard, bringing up a fourth down, forcing the Wildcats to punt.
Well, let's see what they're going to do. They didn't do anything. He's talking with the quarterback, so I don't see a change of personnel yet.
I think they're going to let this one go down, and they're going to call a timeout.
Probably
He's got
so.
all 3 timeouts left.
Probably so. Just take the time off.
15 seconds still on the play clock, so this will bring it to about the 3:50 mark, 3:52 mark before he has to call a timeout. So he's talking it over with the head lineman right there, and now he calls a timeout with 3:52 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, I believe if they punt, here's going to be the first punt of the game, right?
It will be the first punt for your Wildcats. We've got 3:52 left in this one. I'm so glad that we have not had the bad weather that we're waiting for. I'd like to get home before the bad weather kicks in.
Yeah, it's gotten a little warmer.
Yeah, the clouds have broken up and the sun is now peeking out a little bit more.
Yeah, it is.
And this may be the calm before the storm. So the Wildcats, after the timeout, make their way back onto the field. Fourth down.
It's fourth.
Joel Martinez in at tailback.
Like they're going
Guajardo
for
the
it.
quarterback. I'm going to toss it to Martinez, and it's going to be a pass.
Wide open.
Bo Burgett is wide open, and he drops it.
Well, they had the right call played. It was right there, and I tell you that because of COVID and a lot of these little things like that, you got young men that are playing up on the varsity level and that kind of stuff and that kind of thing, and they work practice, and these young kids, a lot of these kids, they practice all week and all that kind of stuff. They work real hard. And I know Bo, boy, he wanted to catch that ball. I've known him ever since he's a little guy. But hey, it's all right. He's going to have lots more opportunities when that comes.
If I'm not mistaken, he's just a sophomore. I've known Bo for a lot.
Freshman.
He's a freshman.
Yes.
Okay, I've known Bo for a lot of years. He used to play in our church basketball league, so I got to meet him a long time ago. So Lobos with the ball over on down, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Cortinas, little quarterback draw, and he's not going anywhere.
No, great job by the defense right there. Making the stop and doing a good job. It led there by number 90, again by Aiden Zavala on the tackle.
Yeah, going back to Bo, he's also, was the ball boy for the Wildcats for a lot of years. So I've kept in contact with him over the years. Great little kid, and he's going to develop into a very good one.
Yes, he will.
So nonetheless, here we go. 2nd down after a yard loss on that one. We'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 3:09 to go here in this football game. Cortinas again will keep the ball. He will hurdle his own man, and he'll get out to about the 30-yard line for about a 4-yard pickup. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, good game tackling there by the Wildcats.
Now officially under 3 minutes to go in this one.
3rd down for the Lobos. Ball caught on the 29 yards.
So they'll spot it at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 5 to go. Line to gain is going to be the 24. 2:25 left in this one. 56-0 Wildcats on top. Quick pass in the direction of Jaramillo, but that one was a little low and a little too far in front of him.
Again,
incomplete pass.
Again, lots of pressure on the quarterback right there. Obviously, led there by number 60, Marcus Garza, getting the pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback's throwing it low and down to the ground, so brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that one should have been thrown maybe about a 2.5 seconds sooner. I don't know what happened, but Cortinas just didn't get rid of it soon enough, which allowed for the Wildcats to get back there. And Wildcats don't need much time to get back there.
No.
They've been doing it all day long.
They have.
So that incomplete pass will stop the clock with 2:10 to go in this one. Serrata and Jaramillo at the top of your screen. Cortinas looked like a quarterback delay, but then he runs up to the line of scrimmage and gets rid of the ball. Slow developing play. Wanted to get Serrata kind of cutting across in front of the secondary, but behind the linebackers, but was just a little too high for him and almost intercepted by your Wildcats.
Absolutely. Again, and you see this all the time, quarterbacks trying to get a play. Anytime you throw it late over the middle, there's such a big chance for it to be intercepted.
Yeah.
So we were right there to get it, but generally it's either going to be incomplete or it's going to be coming back the other way when you're late over the middle.
Yeah, great job by Carlos Roman back there. Like we mentioned, he almost came away with that interception. So ball over on downs to your Wildcats with exactly 2 minutes to go in this ball game. Have a different quarterback in there. They're going to hand the ball off to Giancarlo Ortiz, and he's going to get out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, nice little run by Ortiz right there. Inside, good hole open up by the offensive line.
Alex Martinez now in at quarterback for your Wildcats.
Yeah, super job by Julian Garcia and number 69, Steven Garza. Got a lot of young offensive linemen in there right now, along with number 70, Jose Zavala. These guys doing a good job.
Martinez is your quarterback. He's got Devin Cantu in the backfield there with him. Hands the ball off to Cantu. Ball is loose. Blitz by the Lobos. They met Cantu as soon. Now 20 seconds left on the clock, and the Lobos are huddling up. So I think they may only get one more play in unless they go to the end zone twice. So they finally stop the clock with 13 seconds left. And if they are able to get 2 plays, it'll be 2 shots at the end zone.
Exactly. So, but they've been running the football, so we'll see.
Yeah, because if they go anywhere with a run and or on the field somewhere, that's not going to be enough to get a second playoff.
Exactly.
So I think the next play or two will be shots towards the end zone.
Exactly. You know, and what you're going to see here too. You know, some guys, some coaches would bring the first team back in. We want to stop this and get this goose egg. No, you know, you let these kids that have been playing, they have to step up. They have to make the stop. All right, right now, because chances are they're going to have that opportunity, and there they are, same kids, and they're playing, and they're going to try to, you know, buck up here really hard and try to stop this drive on the Lopez.
So here we go. 13 seconds on the clock. Cortinas looking to the end zone. Looking, waiting. Ball is in the air. It drops incomplete with 7 seconds on the clock. The intended receiver was Victor Villarreal. That's the second time they try to go to him, but it falls incomplete. We got 7 seconds left on the clock. We want to thank our K-West crew and all the great job they've done today. We got Val Zamora with the camera on the field. We got Don Ramirez down there as well. We got Vinny Berry up here in the camera as well. We've got Mike Palacios making sure everything is running smooth online. And we've got Mike Gonzalez giving us all the stats and, of course, keeping everything running so smoothly here for K-West. Cortinas going to the end zone. And that one's going to fall incomplete, and the clock stops with 1 second on the clock. So we'll have one more play, Coach.
Yep. They tried to run a deep fade right there, and he just sailed on him again and sailed out of the end zone. And one more play.
I thought we'd get 2 plays in, but looks like we're getting 3.
Yeah, I thought that they just dropped that one last second, but they
Home field advantage.
Yes, sir.
Home field cooking.
There you go.
So last play of the ball game. Got an extra blocker in the backfield for Cortinas. Cortinas going to the end zone. And it's intercepted by Carlos Roman to end the game.
That did it right there. Great job by the defense right there. They've been playing lights out all day today. Super job, super win by the Wildcats. You know, this is the 4th game. Got after it. Saw a lot of great stuff from our Wildcats. Some other things we need to fix. But you know what? Got a week to do that. Next Saturday, boom. We going for the district title against the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. It's going to be a heck of a football game come out next week.
Well, until then, I am Joe Aguilar with Coach Rock saying goodbye from Sam's Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas, as we complete zone play action, and your Wildcats, 4-0 in zone play, will play for the district title as they take on the McAllen Memorial Mustangs next week. Final score, your Weslaco East Wildcats 56, the Brownsville Lopez Lobos 0. Goodbye.